Sean. Good. Adding, subtracting, multiplying decimals. I did overhear someone say we didn't do our song yesterday. Well, not everyone did their homework yesterday, but everyone did their homework last night. So let's go ahead and stand up. We can say this as loud as
Open the door.
I will open the door.
Yay!
So that everyone can hear. Okay, we have to practice one time first. Now, if you don't want to participate, you have to go do it by yourself. Because no one's too cool for this. Okay? All right, practicing. 3, 2, 1. Line up the decimals when you add and subtract, but not when you multiply. Okay, we ready to do it really loud? Okay, online students, you might want to bring your volume down a little bit. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Line up the decimals when you add and subtract, but not when you multiply. Alright. So, alright, that's multiplying. We're good there? Next thing we're going to is division problems, okay? We are not going to go straight into decimal division. We're going to review just some key division problems. That sound good? Who makes division makes them a little nervous? Anyone? Maybe a little bit. That's why we're going to go through it, starting with whole numbers first. All right. Okay. Here we go. On your notes, the first thing I want to show you or go over is, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yes, they
No,
do.
they don't.
Right? Okay. So my other question is, has anyone ever used this does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers before? Have you ever heard of that? Raise your hand if you have.
The what?
Have you ever heard of this to help you divide? Okay. I'm going to add one more step to it. Okay. Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers raw? Okay. And that is repeat. Okay. Who wants to share? What's your favorite meal from McDonald's? Brayden. 10-piece chicken nuggets. Ian. Pancakes. Nathan.
Egg, bacon, cheese, biscuit.
Nice. Big Mac.
I forget what it's called, but it's a bacon cheese.
Good. Big Mac.
McDouble.
Oh,
it was the bacon.
Perfect. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to review before we start actually dividing. If most of your problems, especially today, are going to be written something like this. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. We can do that in our head, but this is a way for us to set the problem up. The number that comes first is called the what? Nathan?
Dividend.
It's called the dividend. And if you notice, when we set up a long division problem, the dividend goes inside the house. That's the term I'll use. I will call this thing the house. Okay? The first number, dividend, goes on the inside. Dividend. The second number is called the what altogether? The second number is called the divisor. Okay, the divisor goes on the outside of the house, which is right here. Okay. And an answer to a division problem is called the quotient. Right? It is our quotient. Questions on that? Now, if you're given it to as an improper fraction or just a fraction you have to divide, a fraction is just a division problem. That's all it is. Right? The top number is your dividend. So it goes on the inside. The bottom number is your divisor. goes on the outside. Those are the different ways we'll be using it today. Another way you can see it, it's just like this, but if you have 20, of course, the same thing. Dividend divisor. Good? Okay, let's go ahead. All right, long division. 7,263 is going to go inside or outside of the house. Nathan?
Inside.
Inside the house. So I'll put 7,263. Create my house. 9 goes on the outside. Okay. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers raw?
Yes.
First, D, divide. We are dividing 9 by the first number. Does 9 go into 7? No. Couple things you can do. You can do nothing, or you can put, it goes in there 0 times. I don't care which one you do. If you put a 0 in the front, it has no value. All right? Then does 9 go into 72? Yes. How many times? Ben? 8. Okay, it goes in there 72 times. So you have to use that last digit. So that means the 8 is going to go above the last digit that you used, which was the 2. All right. Does McDonald's multiply 8 times 9 is altogether 72. I multiplied. Serve. Subtract. So I am subtracting here. 72 minus 72 is 0. Cheeseburgers. Check. Check that if we have anything else to bring down. Do we have anything else to bring down? Yes. So we go to the burgers part. Bring down. What number am I bringing down? Becca. I'm bringing the 6 down. Okay. The raw part is repeat. We're going right back up to the top. Divide. Does 9 go into 6? No. What do we need to add here? This one's important. Sean. We have to add a 0 above our 6. That's the number that we use. 0 times 9 is 0. Subtract. We get 6. All right. Subtract. We're checking. Do we have anything else to bring down? We do. It's the 3. We bring that down. We repeat. 9 goes into 63. How many times, Nathan?
7.
Goes in there 7 times. Okay. 7 times 9 equals altogether 63. We subtract. And then we check. What we're checking here is, do we have anything else to bring down? No, we do not. Is our number down here at the very bottom, is it 0? Yes. If that is the case, if the bottom number is 0 after you subtract, and there's nothing else to bring down, you are done. Okay? So our final answer is 807. Does anyone know how you can check if your work is correct? Ben.
807 times 9.
Good. 807 times 9. And that should give us what? Jay?
7,763.
You should get this now. Check it real quick. 9 times 7 is 63. So 3, 6. 9 times 0 is 0 plus 6 is 6. 9 times 8 is 72. Our answer checks out. All right, that's my quick review of dividing. I want you to go ahead and solve 33,498 divided by 6. All right, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Reviewing it. Inside the house is going to be 3,498. Outside is 6. All right. 6 goes into 3 0 times. I'm not going to put anything there this time. 6 goes into 34 how many times? Altogether? 5. 5 times 6 is 30. I'm subtracting, I get 4. Bring my 9 down. 6 goes into 49 how many times? Nathan? 8 times. 8 goes above my 9. 8 times 6 is 48. I get 1. Bring my 8 down. I'm off of 18. 6 goes into 18. Drew? 3 times. My 3 goes above my 8. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtract. There's nothing else to bring down. I have a 0. It checks out. My final answer is 583. Everyone good with that? Sure. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do. We're going to look at this question here. 14,505 over 15. What number goes inside the house? Ian. Good. 14,505 is going inside the house. 15 is going on the outside. What is different about this problem than the problem before?
There's 2 digits.
Good. This divisor is 2 digits. Does anything change when the divisor has 2 digits? No. What about 3 digits? 4 digits. It does not matter. You do the same thing. It just gets a little harder because the factors or your multiples of 15 are harder to come by. Right? You don't know them as easily. Do you want to do this one together or do you want to try it on your own? Raise your hand if you want to try it on your own. Who wants to do it over together? All right. There are some people who wanted to do it together. I will do that together. If you want to try it on your own, right now you may. We'll go ahead and do it together. 15. Does that go into 1? No. You could put a 0 there. I'm not going to put anything. Does 15 go to 14? No. Does 15 go into 145? Yes. How many times? Off to the side. I'm going to estimate. I'm going to say 5 times. Multiply by 5. 25. 5, 6, 7. That's 75. Am I close? Not really. What's another number that's probably going to be closer? Ben? 8. So I'm going to do 15 times 8. That's 48. That's 12. 120. Am I going to be able to put any more? Yes. Jay? 9. 9. Okay, I'm going to just add 15 to this. 135. Is that good?
Yeah.
That one works. Okay, so 15 goes into 145 9 times. 9 times 15 is going to be 135. We are left with 10. My next step is to bring down the 0. 15 goes into 100 how many times? Use this information over here, right? 15 times 5 is 75. Can we fit more than just 5 times? Yes. We can add another 15 in there. So how many is it going to be? It's going to be 6, right? 75 plus 15, 10, 7, 8, 9, that's 90. Okay, so it's going to be 6 times. 6 times 15 is 90. You get 10. Bring the 5 down. 15 goes into 105. How many times? Back up. It's going to go in there 7 times. We know that because this is 6 times. 7 times would be adding 15. 5. That's 10. 105. 7 times. We're checking our answer. We're at a 0 down here. Nothing else to bring down. Our answer is 967. Good? What's that? Great. Okay. All right, go ahead and try 9,142 divided by 14. Okay. You should have it set up like this.
and he can tell me what they got for an answer. Ready? 653. Do we agree to 653? Hey, if you do not agree, did you go back and multiply 600, or whatever your answer was, let's say 653 times 14? Who did this? What should they got? Okay? You should have got 9,142. That's checking their work. They said, you got an answer different than this. Make sure that you go back and you do the multiplication, and if it doesn't equal the 9,142, you know your answer right here is not correct. Alright, we're going to go on to the next part of the division here. And this is probably going to be different than last year, if I like to guess, because I saw some of your work as I was walking around. And that is, we're going to divide with decimals, or divide with whole numbers, and we're not going to use remainders. This year, we will not use a remainder at all. Okay? In the past, we use remainders. So if we're not using remainders, what are we using? So we're going to a decimal answer. Okay? So we're starting a little bit of division with decimals here. We'll go over the first one together, and then I'll have you do 65 divided by 8. But stay with me on this one. Do not go ahead. I'll make sure everyone understands. 65 divided by 5. 50, did I say 65? 56 divided by 5. All right. So doing this division. First divide. Does 5 go in 5? Yes. How many times? 1 time. So 1 goes above my 5. I multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. I subtract. That's 0. I check. I have something else to bring down. I bring down 6. Okay? 1 or 5 goes into 6. How many times? Brandon? 1 time. So my answer is going up here. 1 times 5 is 5. I subtract. I have an answer of 1. Now, this is where I'm checking. Do I have a 0 down here? No. But I don't have anything else to bring down. Who knows what to do? Ben. Perfect. Nice job, Ben. Decimal point. 0 after the 6. Okay. Well, now, do we have a 0 down here? No. Do we have something to bring down? Yes. So we bring down our 0. And it's 10 now. So 5 goes into 10 altogether. 2 times. Good job. 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 0. So now we're checking. Do we have a 0 down here? Yes. Do we have anything else to bring down? No. So we are done. Is our answer 112? Tell me why that does not make sense. Back up. We need to adjust the function to 2, but why does this answer 112 not make sense? Jay.
Because you are the original problem.
56 divided by 5. Okay. Does that answer 112 make sense? Okay, so if you have a decimal point in your dividend, this number right here, what do we do with the decimal point? Sean? So what I like to say is we bring it straight up. Okay, so we're bringing that straight up. That's is why it's super important that we're placing our numbers, these numbers in the correct spot. They line up with what we are dividing by. Does everyone understand that? Really important. Okay? So, there's no remainders anymore. We're just going to decimal answers. So, if you subtract, and when you're checking if there is a number, in this case we have a 1, okay, we need to add our decimal points and then a 0. Okay? Go ahead and try 65 divided by 8. All right. Was anyone concerned that this wasn't going to end? Yes. Okay. How many digits did it go out? That's the decimal point. Right? It went 3. What is the final answer for this problem? Yeah.
8 and 125,000.
Does that answer make sense? Yes, right? We know 64 divided by 8 is 8, so we know our answer needs to be close to 8. Okay? Are we good with no remainders? Okay, we're not going to write an R this year for remainder. So we're going to keep solving it out. All right, I asked you that question, but then we're concerned it was going to go on forever and ever. Does that ever happen? Yes. Can anyone give me an example? A quick one. Nathan. What? Yes, it happens in fraction 1 over 3. Your answer is 0.333 repeating forever and ever. It does not end. So what we're doing next is I have to problem for you that do not end. Okay? So notice above the question, what does it say? John. Good. It says round your answer to the nearest 100. If you see that statement, round your answer to the nearest 100, probably a good key that's going to go on forever and ever. Reverse that. If you get an answer that does not say round to the nearest 100, do you think we're going to give you a question that goes on forever and ever, but not say round? There'll never be no end. There will be no end. So, if it does not say to round, it's going to have an ending point. If it says to round, it's probably going to go on forever and ever or go really far. So let's try one of these together here. 739 divided by 7. Before we start dividing, when it says round to the nearest hundredths place, how many numbers do we need to go out past the decimal point? In? We need to go 3 places. We have to go to the thousandth place because we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, meaning we have to look at the thousandth place. Right? 7 divided by 7 is 1. We multiply, we get 7. And you start letting small. We get 0, bring my 3 down. 7 goes into 3, 0 times. I get 0 there. That should be 3. Bring my 9 down. 7 goes into 39. Jump. 5 times. That's 35. I get 4. What do I do now? In the passive part, I put remainder 4. We're not doing that anymore. Okay? So we do what, Nathan? Good. We add this decimal point after the 9 and then 0. It does not change the value of the number. So then we bring our 0 down. Okay? 7 goes into 40. Again, 5 times. That's 35. Another 0. 7 goes into 50. 7 times. That's 49. One number. 1. I bring another 0 down. 10. 7 goes into 10. 1 time. That's 7. If you notice, it's going to keep going. Ian told us, though, we need to go to the thousands place. Tens, hundreds, thousands. Our answer, 105 and 571 thousandths. Rounding to the nearest hundred, what is our answer? Brittany? Good. Why don't you? We kind of talked about. Go ahead and go over this. And we'll finish the problem. But division with decimal and dividend. We kind of went over that when we had to add our decimal point 0. What do you do with the decimal point when it's in the dividend? John. Good. Divide it like normal. Our decimal point is go straight up to our quotient. Okay? Any questions on that? All right. Go ahead and solve 1,840 divided by 12. You are rounding that to the nearest 100. All right, what do we get for an answer? Brady. 153 and this. Good, 33. Do we agree with this answer? All right. Couple things here. Your homework tonight is going to be going over this long division. Remember, there's no remainders. Do the best that you can. No, for homework is on Math Excel. You're not doing, this is your guided notes, this paper. Just we're done with it. Okay? So your homework is, no, you don't need to do it. Okay? You don't need to do anything else in this guided notes. You're just doing the homework online.